my YouTube channel. And of course, if this is your first time coming to this place, make sure you try to encourage us by liking this video, and of course subscribe to our channel so that you can have access to more interesting video like this. Okay, this video of course have the first series where I have to teach us how to trainer this PLC simulator, so that you know having a laptop will not restrict you from learning how to program it PLC. So today I'm going to be showing us the overview of itself, capability of the app. Okay, I will demonstrate just two line of program, and next week we're going to let me say my next video we're going to be entering into more details about it. Okay, so they have how a PLC works. They give us the 1, 2, 3, which I believe is also a very basic one. They say 1, the PLC input, 2, processor execute, and 3 is when the program output. Okay, now what happens is on a PLC you normally have your input, your processor, and your output. Your input device can be a switch, it can be a push button, it can be a sensor, and your processor, of course, is also very important because that is what check what you have in your input, try to check the conditions in your program, and decide what will happen at your output. I'm going to use a kind of language that everybody is kind of very familiar with, so that we can have the best of this class. Let's take a look. For example, your normal bulb at home that you have, your normal light, you have a switch to put it on. So when you press that switch, you expect your light to come up. So that switch that you press is an input device, because it is the action you perform, and then the result of your action is your light. So that result is your output device. Okay, now, so that is example of what we are trying to do now. So your input device can also be a sensor, because you know some houses when you just enter, light come up automatically because they have PRL sensor. PRL sensor means presence infrared sensor. So when they dictate your presence, of course, using so many conditions like humidity, temperature, and stuff like that, they're able to put on your light and of course do other advanced stuff. So, but because the aim of this class is to teach us on how to program a PLC, I believe you must have basic knowledge on what this is. Examine on, or let's call it exam if close, or some people can call it a normally open. Let me just, the basic one is this is normally open, this is a normally closed instruction, and the third one is your output instruction. We have other instruction to like timers, timer, other condition, rising edge and falling edge and all those ones. But for now, the basic one is your normally open, which is this symbol you see there, which you normally close. If you notice, there is a cross across that bar, and then you have your output. So you use your normally open to set your input instruction. You use your normally close maybe to stop your instruction or to put some condition, and your output instruction is actually you attach the address of your output to that very particular place. All right, so for you to be able to use this app effectively, you have to click on your right hand side. At the top side you see where they wrote SIM, which is the sim. When you click on that sim, this platform is going to switch to this. If you notice, my left hand side we have programming mode, my right hand side I have where I have my simulator, they wrote run, program, new program. Downward a little bit we have PLC output module, of course with the address that o, then semicolon 0/0 means output 0/0, which is attached to this motor. Output 0/1 is attached to red light. LT means light. Output 0/1 is attached to that. Output 0/2 is attached to yellow light, and output 0/3 is attached to green light. Downward a little bit we have a push button station. The push button PB0, PB means push button. I have PB1. If you notice PB2, this is not a push button, this is a switch. I'm going to explain the difference between that. Of course, you might have to check my next video on that, but for the sake of this video, so I will just give you a short explanation on that. Okay, so I have two switch here and four push button. Nice. Okay, what's the difference between a push button and a switch? A normal switch retain a signal when it is being pressed once. If I press a switch, if you notice that arrow remains at that side even when I remove my hand. The second one, when I press it again, the arrow come up and I don't have issues with it. But a push button is a spring loaded button. When you press it, it comes up. When you release your hand, it automatically come up back, like it goes off. So for this to come up, you have to retain the signal. Okay, you have to press it down before it remains on. Okay, of course, two of them are very vital when you are writing your program, but for the sake of knowledge today, I will just use one push button and one switch because we are just on overview. And in our next video, I'm going to give us much detailed information about that. Okay, so let's come to the programming side. To remove this normally close here, if you notice question mark on it, the one in the middle is the normally close. The first one here with 4 question mark is your normally open. The one in the middle is normally closed, and the last one is your output, which is already attached to an address. If you notice, they wrote O0/0, and that is your motor. So to remove the one in the middle, because for now we might not really need it, we are just demonstrating, just click on it twice to remove. And then for the normally open here, you might have to attach your address of your input. Don't forget, I said that normally open is for your input. Just have that basic knowledge for now. And we have our push buttons here in our input stations. Okay, we have our push button here in our input station. So let's use one of the push button. Let's use the first one, which is I/0/0. So to do that, you click down on that same normally close and release your hand. It will pop up the addresses. Okay, so just click down, then release your hand, so you will have exactly this. So I'm using the first push button, which is I/0/0. So I have that, and of course I will be using the switch so that we can also see the differences. I'll be using the switches, which is I/0/2 for my green light as well. And to do that is also very simple. My green light is okay, I will use it for my red light, because if you notice on the second rung here where I'm writing my address, the red light 0/O/0/1, and that O/0/1 on my right hand side there is for red light. So to do that, I have to click down my normally open, just like I did before, and put the address of I/0/2, which is the switch that is here. Okay, so I/0/2, don't forget I/0/2 here is a switch. Okay, so let me just show us what I did again. I added my input address of this push button to the normally open here, and automatically we have the output of this motor there already. And of course, I added this switch address to my second program here, and automatically we have the address of this red light here. So to run this now, to run this program, just click on run. This thing will change automatically. If you notice now, if I press my push button, red light come up. If I press it again, it goes off. It's working just like exactly the same light we have at our house. But if you notice your motor now, if I press the motor is spinning. The motor is spinning, but if I remove my hand, it goes off automatically. By God's grace, next class I'm going to give us more detail about this. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and of course like this video so that you can encourage us to do more video. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.